a budget special, and we have a very special guest with us, Ms. Nadia Chauhan, who is Joint Managing Director and CMO of Pale Agro Group. Nadia, welcome to Zee Business. My first question to you would be that we are seeing many reforms these days, and demonetization is one of the biggest reform India has seen. So have you seen any spending change in any spending pattern or spending power of a consumer?
When demonetization was announced, the first week, I think we were all quite cautious. We were observing, taking a look at what's really happening and wondering whether we're going to have to replan, our strategies and how we want to take things forward. But very shortly, 2 weeks after the demonetization took place, we found that the system had really, come to a state of normalcy as far as our products are concerned. Of course, initially there was a lot of the sentiment was low at retail stores, especially because footfall had come down, and consumers, of course, everybody was dealing with this big change and big reform that took place. So, but we did find that, especially amongst the youth, we found that the pattern of consumption and pattern of spending didn't really change as much, primarily amongst the youth, and which is really our core target audience as well for most of our brands. So very shortly after, we found that our growth rates, our performance was very much on track of our original plans itself.
Okay, and there are many other reforms too. So what are your budget expectations this year?
Looking at how things are going, I think we're really hopeful that this year is going to be a very strong, very powerful year. I think the entire support that categories like ours, which are fruit-based, that are linked to the agricultural sector, are getting is very encouraging. There are lots of product categories that we had introduced into India for the first time, like the sparkling fruit drink category, which we currently have dominance and monopoly in, are categories that are seeing national importance now. It is being spoken about, and we're very hopeful that it's going to be a great year for products that are linked to the fruit and vegetable based categories.
And what for your particular sector, FMCG, what do you want? If there's a wish list for this budget, what could be that wish list?
If there was a wish list, I think that just looking at the overall from the various categories that we're operating, I believe just the taxation structure is being simplified. I think with GST coming in, it is going to be a big opportunity for the FMCG category moving forward.
But GST has been delayed a bit. Obviously it will roll this year. But any disappointments with that?
Well, it should roll this year, and I think that we were all quite prepared for it to be towards the end of 2017. So I wouldn't say any disappointments. I think it's helped us be a lot more prepared for GST and plan well in advance.
And with GST, everyone is saying that because the taxation structure is going to simplify. Also, there is an octroi tax, and there are various other taxes one need not will get eliminated. So will we say that the Pale Agro products will also become a little cheaper for a consumer, because they're saying that it's going to be a best phase for a retailer too?
Well, I hope so. I think once there is greater clarity in terms of the categories that all our products get classified into, a lot more clarity on GST as a whole, I hope that we're able to provide these products that have got the benefit of fruit at better prices to the consumer, and really help to expand the category and the market far beyond what it is right now. You see that the synthetic category seems to have the largest share, and hopefully with GST favoring products that are more healthier and fruit based, I hope we see great expansion in this category.
We were discussing demonetization, but you've been reading the pulse of a consumer ever since when you were 11. From 11 you started showing interest,
getting involved
in the business family. But with demonetization, especially when we talk about products like Fruity or Appy Fizz, they're being sold at the remotest of areas of India. But when there is a cash crunch happening and everything is going digital, did you change your marketing plans too?
You know, the entire, when you look at e-commerce as a platform, it still contributes a very small percentage to categories like ours that are driven a lot more by impulse and more through, like you said, you know, the smallest to the largest of retail outlets across the country. We didn't really see, you know, even when we look today at our growth rates, even in the rural markets, we, other than the first 1 week, 1.5 weeks, we really didn't see the effect of demonetization impacting consumer purchase. Like I said, you know, I think that we spent some time also understanding why this could be the case, that even rural markets had not really slowed down in terms of growth rate. We're extremely lucky, and you know, it's great that it didn't happen, but probably because of the quantum of youngsters, the youth who are buying our products, they are, you know, they're given a certain pocket money. I mean, even with demonetization, a parent wouldn't you know, change that, would continue to give that kind of pocket money, and they would continue to live their routine and their day. So we find that whether rural or urban markets, we haven't seen an impact on our products other than the first 1 week, which was more driven by us, where we slowed down the entire system until we understood what was going on and what we needed to do. But from a consumer purchase perspective, we have not seen an impact, and that's great. Maybe a lot of other categories have, but we have not.
But आपने इसका मतलब कोई अपने marketing plans में, अपने
No,
sales
we
plan
have
में
not. We have not had to. We have not had to make any changes. Of course, looking at digital, we are readying ourselves and we have been working on building greater presence online in terms of e-commerce itself. Not just marketing, we've always invested a lot digitally, but I think just building greater opportunities of buying and being able to service consumers online is something that's ongoing before and after
So
demonetization.
it's like, you know, now more of like marketing has shifted to a digital platform. Should I say that?
No, I wouldn't say that at all, actually. I think that digital is continuing to play as large a role as it did before. It continues to play that role now as well. I'm talking more specifically towards e-commerce platforms to help create more selling avenues for the brand online.
And also, you know, we are expecting कि इस budget में बहुत से ऐसे changes होंगे जो एक digital platform को push करेंगे, digital reforms को push करेंगे. So, you know, are you actually expecting are you expecting that those reforms should be announced first and then you probably make those changes in your strategy?
No, I think that we are continuing to, you know, evolve our digital strategy irrespective. That's something that we are continuously doing in any case, like I mentioned. With regards to, if you look at it from a marketing strategy point of view, a large part of our consumer itself is online. However, our category is driven hugely by impulse purchase. So, you know, it doesn't take away the fact that we've got to maintain that balance as we are today.
You know, as you said, you know, it's basically driven by impulse. लेकिन जब you know इतने बड़े reforms announce होते हैं, आप sales में कोई setback देखती हैं?
It's completely related, you know, when you look at the consumer or the sales. So as I've mentioned, you know, we did see a certain amount of disruption just in the first week where, you know, mainly a lot of the channel partners, our distributors needed a certain amount of time to settle in, accept the new change, really prepare their business to be able to take it on as well. But I think that it also within that 1 week, I think our sales teams were very proactive, worked with all our channel partners, worked with the distributors, you know, really brought sentiment back up, and everybody saw the change very positively, and within no time at all we were back on track with our growth rate. So neither our sales nor our consumers really had a massive change in that sense in terms of performance or the consumption trend.
But you know, apart from this, आप टैक्स में इस बार कोई ज़्यादा छूट एक्सपेक्ट कर रही है?
A reduction? Well, like I said, I think that in terms of our categories that we're operating, they are being seen with a lot more positivity, because it of course affects the farmers with using all fruit-based products for all our brands. So I think that we are seeing a lot more positivity towards this category, which maybe in the past has not had it so.
You know, your products have always been endorsed by likes of Mr. Shah Rukh Khan or Mr. Priyanka Chopra. But जब आप ऐसी खबरें पढ़ती हैं कि अगर प्रोडक्ट वैसा डिलीवर नहीं कर पा रहा जो प्रॉमिस किया जा रहा है एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स में, then even a celebrity is accountable, he'll be fined. So are you like ready for such a change where maybe celebrities also now consider like really going through a product before signing the endorsement deals, or maybe they step back?
It's excellent if that is how celebrities get involved with the brand. I think that it's not new. All over the world you see celebrities getting very involved with the brand, the performance, the business plans, the vision, before they actually go ahead and sign a deal with the brand. And I think that is so important to do that, because there is a certain level of joint ownership in that sense, and that kind of pressure on a brand as well as on the celebrity is good. It only helps to perform better.
Do you think so? This year has also been like the very great for startups to ideas, to those who have like a great idea that they could conceive it. There were venture capitalists and all. Do you have any plans of like backing up a great idea, considering that you are an idea person yourself?
At the moment, we're really occupied just backing up all our own ideas. We've got a lot of plans, and we've got quite a lot of expansion that's going to take place over the next few years. We set a target of achieving 5,000 crores by 2018, and we've got a lot of work to do in that regard. So right now, no, we're very focused on our own business and what we're doing, and all our ideas behind building the business.
And you're still very optimistic, even if like it's a cash crunch society these days.
Well, we are closing the year this year at a 16% growth rate, and it might not have been as amazing a year for a lot of people in the category, but a lot of our inputs and initiatives have really been able to allow us to achieve this kind of a growth rate. So yes, of course I'm optimistic, because we've been doing it year after year.
इस बार जो सबसे बड़ा रिफॉर्म हर एक के लिए बहुत बड़ा, जैसे हम जीएसटी की पहले बात कर रहे थे, आपकी कोई पर्सनल सजेशंस है फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर के लिए जीएसटी को लेकर?
Just I would say, like I said, that the whole idea of keeping it simple. I think that today, if you look at taxation structures, it's just quite heavy. It's sometimes complex, and I think that really looking at a very bright India, I think keeping things simple and allowing for that kind of growth momentum to set in is important.